Go. Hi, my name is Courtney Sennett. Today I will be doing one of my assignments, which is for acmsus201. The assessment is event 2, the portfolio, on my resource efficiency checklist. Today with me is one of my supervisors, Laura. Basically today, Laura and I are just going to have a conversation about some of the resource sustainability at our practice here. We're just going to go through 3 different practices. We're going to go through different ways that they can impact the environment and different ways that we can improve these situations. So here today is Laura with me.
Hi.
So today, Laura, we're just going to have that basic conversation today. So first things first, do you have any questions for me regarding renewable resources?
Yes, I do. So I want you to tell me what some resources you can think of off the top of your head that might be easily renewable and maybe some that are not so renewable in the clinic.
Okay, so just thinking about it, so in our clinic basically we do use a lot of recyclable things, so donations from the public, things like newspaper that we use in our hospital cages. We do roll our own cotton wool balls, so like the big meter balls that we get in that we have to roll up. And then also our electricity, so that's obviously a renewable resource that we use a lot of today. So they're 3 things that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay, cool. And I wanted to ask, if any of these resources are measured, would you be able to tell me, for example, how quickly are we going through them and how are we recording them?
Yeah, okay, so our practice manager, Liz, like once a week goes through and she makes a checklist of what we've gone through, what we need, all those sorts of things. So as far as I'm aware, our electricity is measured monthly in kilowatts. Our cleaning products are measured daily, and some of them are bought in bulk. The newspaper is checked at the end of every day to make sure we have enough for the next day, especially because it is part of a donation policy that we have going on at the moment. And then as far as the cotton wool balls are concerned, the cotton wool balls are measured in meters today.
Okay, cool. So now that we've spoken about some resources that we can use here in the clinic, do you think we should discuss some of the hazards that pose a threat, especially because there are definitely some environmental factors that we should be taking into consideration here?
Yeah, so there definitely are hazards with everything that we are using in our clinic. The first thing, I guess, would be the newspaper that we have in there.
Yep.
The newspaper is obviously donated, so I guess obviously because we don't know where it comes from, we do have to check it quite regularly.
Yep.
So basically we just want to make sure that the newspaper is not soiled, that there's no, I guess, like no holes in it, nothing's like started laying eggs or anything in it, because obviously some people do store their newspaper before they bring it into us. As far as our cotton wool is concerned, with our cotton wool, I guess because sometimes we do spray chemicals onto it and we do use them on wounds of animals, we do need to be aware that we are disposing of those properly so we don't have chemicals lying around in our bins. And also with the cotton wool, because we do rinse some of them out at the basins, we just want to make sure that none of it's going down the drain, obviously, as that can start to clog up the drains. Yeah.
Okay, and do you think that we could try and make a difference to any of this? Or...
Yeah, definitely. I guess with the newspaper, we could try and check it more thoroughly through. We should be checking it at the end of every day, having a staff member go through it all, and just to check it like that. As far as the cotton wool is concerned, I think that we should have a separate bin maybe to put it in, as opposed to just putting it into the general waste bin. Maybe just having a separate bin that can be for chemical waste. I think that would be a good idea.
Okay. So as you mentioned before, the electricity is a renewable source, but how? Can you tell me some more about that usage at our facility?
Yeah, so obviously because it is a big facility, I have just tried to get our basic usage on our back room area that has the sensor light for us to go in and out of. Just based on the bills and whatnot I've looked at, it's saying that our basic rate each day is about 0.4 kilowatts per day. The sensor light is running for 8 hours a day, so the clinic is spending an average of $59 a month. Based on just that room alone. Unfortunately, that room isn't something that is being used a lot of. It's like one of our storerooms that we're going in and out of constantly. I do think that there are some other ways that we could be using that room, maybe using a light that doesn't run off a sensor, using a light that can be turned on and off, or even using a light that isn't a timer, just because we aren't spending a lot of time in there. The impact that it does have on our business is it obviously is a big expense that we're using every day, and we're not actually using that room a lot of. So I do feel like that is something obviously a resource that we can look at, that we could try and make a change for.
Okay. there anything else that you'd like to elaborate on this afternoon?
Yeah, actually, so as I just mentioned earlier in the video today, it was just the chemical usage in our clinic. Obviously, that is a resource that we do use a lot of. It is a consumable that we do heavily rely on. Basically, just wanted to go through and speak about how we do order it in bulk. That way, it does cut down the cost for the clinic to have it in, and we do buy it in a concentrate form. So when it does come in, it is obviously something that we break down into smaller bottles. That way, we can get more usage out of it. So that is something that we do a lot of.
Okay, and how do we dispose of those?
So obviously, because like the bottles, like the big bottles that come in are a chemical, so generally we would have to dispose of those through a medical company. But luckily, the company that we order all our disinfectants and all those sorts of things in do some sort of recyclable scheme. So basically, what they do is that we notify them once our bottles are empty. They come and pick those up and they will replace them with new bottles. But then those bottles will get recycled. They will continue to use them for, if not for ourselves, for other companies, for other clients of theirs.
Okay.
So that is something that we do use.
Okay, cool. Was that everything today?
Yeah, I think that was everything today. I think we covered pretty much everything today.
All right, cool. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Laura. Thanks for your time.
All right, bye.
Bye.